Wiley Vision Studio in Spokane, Washington. The Stephen James Wiley Show.
I'm driving around Spokane. It's snowing. It's Valentine's Day. Or as my 6-year-old says, it's Valentines Day. Valentines? Valentines. She says times. What is the deal? There's a truck in front of me with bright white LEDs shining on the back. I don't think he's aware of that. It's pretty friggin' annoying, though. It's a snowy February 14th. How are you? How am I? Did any of you have weird dreams over the full moon? So I had probably a panic attack at like 3 a.m. I don't know if you ever get those, but it's usually, oftentimes the so-called panic is about something that in a fully awakened daytime state I don't feel panic, right? So I think there was some situation that I just, like a thing I had to do the next day, that it might be slightly uncomfortable, but it wasn't anything huge. In the night, and I was trying to figure it out, because I was like, what the hell is going on? It was this dream where it was very vivid. I was in utero. You know what I'm saying? Like the Nirvana record, which is also based on the idea of being in the womb, I believe. There's a woman staring at me at a bus stop wondering what I'm doing. So I was like surrounded by all this fluid and like biological red walls with light coming through them. And my head was ringing like a bell. I mean, my ears ring, but it's if you ever do any research on ringing, because I've experienced some pretty torturous ringing in my head, it is an awareness. Everybody's head is ringing, but you, for whatever reason, or in this case me, become aware of it. And often it's triggered by stress or anxiety. And so for whatever reason, I wake up 3 a.m. and my head is ringing, and I'm in and out of these bizarre dreams. That's the one I remember. There was another one that was pretty uncomfortable, associated with the similar feelings, but then I'm very conscious the whole time. Like, I'm aware. I'm almost, at this point in my life, because I have Jedi-like observation skills, I am sitting and observing the feelings, the visuals, and kind of trying to remember, like, I want to remember this and process this, and even acknowledging, like, I wouldn't feel this way in the morning. Why am I feeling this way now? What subsurface, oh my God, is going on inside of me, right? And so I did all that, and actually I slowly dialed it down. It's weird when you're in those kinds of dreams, and I'll do meditative stuff all night if I'm awake at all, because it helps me go back to sleep, for one, and it also brings me a sense of peace and connection with God and myself and all the other deeper shit. But in these particular dreams and anxiety-riddled scenarios, the meditation stuff, oddly, is about 30% as effective. And I can acknowledge my connection to God, my union with God, you would say, I would say. But that acknowledgement doesn't make all the shit go away. And that's what's interesting to me. I can know something's true. I can have profoundly deep experiences that validate this beautiful reality. And then in the moment of most intense negative experience, anxiety, panic, whatever, that truth, that reality, that whatever you want to call it, is not, practically speaking, just a fix-all, even though it's true. It's helpful. It's a nice thing to think of in the moment, but it doesn't just dissolve it like a magic elixir, you know? As magic elixirs do, the dissolving. My car is beeping. Forgive it. It's old. It's old but beautiful, aren't you, sweet Lincoln? So, I have that dream, and then the night before that, my wife has, like, horrible dreams. Not horrible dreams, but subpar dreams. We'll call them that. Kind of spiritually, whatever. And then come to realize, hers was, like, on the full moon. Mine was on was that the waning moon? I don't know, I'm probably slaughtering that. I'm not a moon junkie. But anyhow, there's like a 3-day window. There's the day before, the actual full moon, and the day after. And so I'm talking to my buddy Todd, as if you just know who that is. Maybe you will someday. Maybe I'll have him on the old show. But he's like, oh my God, yeah, dude, it was a full moon. That same night, I had a dream that I was in a plane crash. And then he had some other dreams that were not things I'll share here, but they were funny and weird as hell, though. And he's like, it happens every full moon. He's like, every full moon, my wife has terrible dreams. I have terrible dreams. My kids all go nuts. He's like, it's just a thing I forget. And then when I realize it, I'm like, oh, okay, have grace. Everyone's going to lose their mind. And everybody knows this. Full moon, my friend Evan Denlinger, he's been on the show. His dad worked at a commercial roofing company, and they would have to cross-check, double secure the entire yard for like 2 or 3 days because guys would do crazy stuff at a full moon, and they just knew it. They set their calendar. It was a thing, and they're not the only people who know that and do that. So it's kind of interesting. Dude, come on, Lincoln. It's okay, bud. It's okay. All right. It's my front sensor. It's telling me there's a car in front of me as if I'm not aware of this. But it's the snow. It's the cold and the snow. It makes this old dog a little nervous. Yeah, stop it. You're good. Well, anyhow, that's something that occurred, and I thought it was an interesting... Knock it off, dude. So, I hope you had an interesting full moon, and I hope you didn't have anxiety attacks or panic attacks or bad dreams, or... I hope you dreamed of, like, David Hasselhoff deep frying Twinkies, you know, in some short shorts with that ripped young svelte body he used to have on the Knight Rider show. Lots of hair on that chest. Unless you're a guy. I guess I'm talking to the ladies. If you're a guy, I hope it was a Vanna White in her prime, turning some letters in a sweet bikini. Right? That's what I'm talking about. I'd like to buy a vowel, if you know what I mean. All right. I'm going to go get some coffee and buy my daughters some Valentines things. Love y'all. Thanks for driving with me. Peace.